Good morning and welcome to today's video. I'm in no way means a detailer, but I just want to share how I keep my car the way it is, and hopefully you might learn something. So what we got here is a quick detailer kit. You can buy them as a clay bar kit. Comes with this and the clay. I broke it in half so that hopefully I don't need to use all of it. I can preserve this bit for another time. Some wax. That's the new one from Meguiar's. I think that's about 30 odd sort of dollars. And applicator pads. And heaps of microfibers. That's what you need. And probably a coffee. I highly recommend one of these unless you're good at the Asian squat, which I'm not. Alright, so it's pretty simple. Wet your area. Don't be a tight ass. And then wet your clay bar. I've already done the bottom section, so I don't need to wet that, but just, not sure if you'll be able to hear it or not, but it sounds like sandpaper a little bit. And just run over the panel. And as you're going, you can see all that stuff in there. Just feel it sometimes, because if you pick up some sand, you don't want to continue running the sand over the paintwork, because obviously you'll scratch it. Keep going. And basically that's all you need to do to go over the car. That's how you need it. You just fold it over and you've got a new surface to work on. Wipe down your panel. So basically everything I've learnt about automotive and detailing is, I used to work for Auto One, and they used to do like product training so that you have some idea of what you're on about. I'm not saying super cheap and things like that don't know what they're on about, but generally speaking, they're not there long enough to understand and learn about what they're selling and new products and application and things like that. So yeah, we used to have a product detailing night on a Thursday or something like that, and they'd come out and bring pizzas and beers, and we'd run through products and what they do, how to apply them. Yeah, so that's where I've learnt most of my detailing stuff from. Like I say, I'm not a professional detailer, I just enjoy cleaning, I suppose. I think a lot of people that know me will know me from having a clean car or a neat car, because I'm not really about mods. I got into that when I was young, and it's just too easy to get a yellow sticker these days. And then all the work you got to do to get the yellow sticker off, it's a complete pain in the ass. So I'd much rather be known for having a super tidy car, because that actually takes effort. You know, I mean, you could just take this to a detailer and they do it for you, same as if you took your car to a workshop and slap some turbos on there and, you know, 500 horsepower, mate. But that's not me, because you get maintenance issues and all the rest of it as well. So anyway, enough talking about that crap. So I think the best time of the year to do this is probably now, August. It's not hot. It's very comfortable to clean your car or do your maintenance like this that you need to do once a year if you want your paint to look really good. The other thing is you don't want your panels to be hot. You want your panels to be as cold as possible. Well, not cold as possible, just cool to touch, because the product works better when obviously the panels are nice and cool. You don't get evaporation from the detail spray. There's lots of benefits. So just before I fold this over, this was just this back section just here on where the wheel arch is. So that goes to show, like, this car sits under a car cover normally in a garage, and it gets washed probably every few weeks, and it's got like a foam cannon first and then a hand wash with a, you know, using the double bucket method. So I always wash the sponge out before I apply it back to the paintwork, and that's still how much stuff is in the paintwork after all that sort of maintenance. So it just goes to show, like, even with wax on the car already and all those methods put in place, you still get heaps of shit in your paint. So while it's fun detailing the car all the time, it literally takes 2 seconds to get dirty. Where I'm living, they're doing a lot of roadworks and building and stuff, and that is the result of driving just here. So that sucks, but luckily I enjoy cleaning a little bit. Otherwise I'd be pretty annoyed. The car turned out alright. It really does need a correction, like a proper paint correction by an actual detailer. It's not something I'm really willing to do myself because I don't have anything to check how thick the paint is, and I don't want to cut through it. So I'm not really confident on that, but it's got some buff marks and things like that. It's a pretty old car. I don't know how many times it's been painted or what has been painted. So there's that. But overall condition for the car, you know, it's what, 1996, so it's, yeah, nearly 25 years old. It's pretty good. The other thing you might have noticed is I was doing it all by hand, as in applying the wax and things. You can use like a buffer, like an orbital buffer, but I don't mind the process of cleaning the car, so I'm happy just to do it by hand. It would cut a lot of time out if you just did use a buffer, and then obviously use the correct pad for it. That's, you know, probably a quicker process because you're just gonna drill through the wax and it's not gonna be so wet when you go to wipe it off, whereas I have to wait a little bit because I'm applying it all by hand. Anyway, thanks for watching. The next video, car related, I want to throw this on the dyno and see what it makes factory. I may have plans to do some little bits and pieces down the track, but nothing's set in stone yet. So yeah, we'll be putting this on the dyno and we'll see if it throws a rod. See ya.